out the secrets of the Dracula clan.
We are
Vampires. As told by 4 vampires and one hideously drooling drudge. Each with their own side of the story to tell.
Vladimir Dracula. Also known as Vladdy.
Yes!
Vlad and the Chosen One. The spiritual leader of the world's vampire clans. What an honor when I, Bertrand du Fortenesa, was entrusted with guiding Vlad in fulfilling this destiny. A momentous responsibility. And one I wish to share with future vampire generations. So, I will set down here, in this journal, an account of the events that shaped Vlad's rise to glory. And how under my tutelage he was an unprecedented success. In keeping with most vampire clans, the members of the Dracula family possess the most abhorrent qualities. Backstabbing treachery.
You devious, conniving witch.
Unscrupulous craving for power. And a taste for random acts of cruelty. Family too busy warring with each other to see the bigger picture. In troublesome times, it was essential that the family put all petty infighting aside. Especially since Vlad's succession as the Chosen One had brought all manner of dark, hostile forces out of the woodwork, waiting for the opportunity to take the Draculas down. Danger was lurking everywhere, which meant getting to know your enemy. Who's who in the great vampire dynasties.
Of all the clans, the Barak worry me the most. They're highly respected and hold great influence. They go against me. It'd be hard to maintain order.
They do have a weakness. During the East Blood War, they secretly betrayed their allies in return for leverage in the new
Field! Where's my fang floss?
Vlad needed to cram up as quickly as possible on past and present feuds. And expert advice was required.
We're studying vampire clans.
Excellent! I could tell you some wonderful stories.
I don't want stories. I want facts. And Bertrand knows those.
Right. I'll leave you to it then.
Vlad was right. It was the counsel of Bertrand du Fortenesa he needed now, not that of his father. To be fair, in his time, the Count had been one of the great perpetrators of some of the bitterest blood feuds in vampire history. But his new circumstances, living cheek by jowl with breathers, didn't exactly allow for that sort of thing. Once upon a time, he could have locked horns with the most ruthless and bloodthirsty Carpathian vampires. Now it was more likely to be spanners at dawn with a competitively priced plumber.
I, the Prince of Darkness, and the Scourge of all men, hereby declare a feud against the Branners. I promise to destroy and utterly crush you in the most gruesome and unspeakably evil ways possible. Yours sincerely, Count Dracula.
I don't think it lacks the personal touch.
Good point. P.S. I shall drain all the fat from your cows.
Oh, so eloquent, Master. I shall deliver it myself.
Hardly the most exciting chapter in the history of the vampires. Only a complete dullard could get worked up over that.
And so, to the most thrilling chapter of my life in drudgery. Memoirs of a Renfield.
the vital role I played in my master's feud with a neighbouring clan, the Branners. And in particular, my master's struggle to defeat the leader of their tribe.
Stop! What are you doing, you cretin? Now deliver it.
Master, 'tis done.
Destroy, crush, gruesome, drain.
Oh, it's from Mr. Count up the hill. You know I said I'd notice a bit of a smell.
Oh, please, don't make me go up there again.
Look, I know his ways are a little eccentric.
Eccentric? He's a total nutter.
Graham, just because their ways are a little bit different doesn't mean we shouldn't try and make them feel welcome.
Okay, I'll get my things.
It was at times like this that all the toil, sweat and tears became worth it. Because I, Redfield, was lucky enough to witness the titanic struggle between two of the mightiest clans of the 21st century.
He's here, Master. The Branner male. Armed with a bit of stick and rubber. Out the way, out the way.
Well, that should be no match for the might of Count Dracula.
You did say that about the porcupine, Master. Just let him in, Renfield.
Ah, Branner. I take it you received my missive.
Yes, I did. Listen, next time, just pick up the phone. I'll, give you my number.
Aha. Disarmed. Now I have the power. Right. That'll teach these peasants to mess with Count Dracula.
Quite heroic, really. The way that jumped-up toilet dredger kept plugging away.
I think I found the cause of the blockage.
Oh, Gertrude. You get back in the slime pit.
I beg your pardon? I've just done you a favour.
A favour? We're supposed to be having a feud.
All in vain, though. Because my master was always a step in front with various counter moves.
Finished.
Take his competitive tent pitching.
Suck on that, peasants.
Oh, sack on what? Oh, that. Ah, I see. Are you sure it's quite safe?
Safe? Is my tent safe? Renfield!
Yes, master.
You should be the first to try out my tent.
Oh, thank you, master. Thank you.
Just get in the tent.
Oh, no, this is nice.
I think that's 1-0 to the Branners, eh?
Then there were the cook-offs to prove who kept the finest kitchen.
Look, why don't we all just calm down and enjoy a nice hot dog?
Because we don't want your peasant food. We shall prepare our own feast.
Barbecue slug, master. Only one when they're there, obviously. It had already been the most exciting day of my life. Slugs for tea, and then 2 hours spent in a blind, sweaty panic in an old tent. But would you believe it? It got even better.
I've always wondered, how does it feel to be a loser?
I don't know. You tell me, Mr. Floppy Tent.
Right, that's it. I challenge you to a duel.
You know what, matey? I accept. You and me, outside now.
Dad, what's going on?
Chloe, Mr. Count and I were just going outside to talk about grown-up things.
But it's raining.
Ah, so it is. Why don't we have our talk in the crypt?
Nothing for you to worry about, Chloe. You're going down, pal, to the crypt so we can sort this out reasonably.
A fight to the death, using any means necessary. And contrary to what you might think, the Master doesn't always use extreme violence in search of victory. Oh no. Although he's very good at it. But he's even better at being sneaky.
I have to admit, I was wrong to fight you.
That's very big of you, Count. I must admit, I was a bit embarrassed myself.
So let's set our differences aside for the sake of our sons. Because after all, we care about their feelings, don't we?
Absolutely. Shaken it?
Well done, Dad. I'm proud of you. You're the best.
I am the best father. In your face, peasant.
A great victory. Won with deceit, cunning.
Sad, really. The Count's talent for evil scheming wasted on a breather whose most evil attribute is his taste in lemon-coloured leisurewear. But the bigger worry was that hostile elements wanted to exploit the Count's altered circumstances. He had swapped a castle in Transylvania for suburbia, and all that comes with it. And there were rumours that this new life had changed him. To make matters worse, the vampire press got in on the act, with a whole host of accusations. The Count had lost the plot, forgotten how to conduct a proper feud, even gone soft on slayers. As I said, mostly false. Well, sort of.
Another one! I can't bring myself to look at it. Renfield, read it to me.
Sofa for sale.
No. Yes.
Fangs ain't what they used to be for soft on slayers, sham vampire.
It's worse than I thought.
Anyone remember the chapter in the Vampire's Manual about giving slayers an easy ride? Or the one about allowing them to escape? Or even the one about letting them live in your castle? We, at the Vampire Times, don't remember any of those chapters. But it seems the blood-sucking rulebook has been rewritten by that once great Prince of Darkness, Count Dracula, 608, currently living a reclusive existence in northern England.
Shoddy journalism. I'm 606, if I'm a day. Continue.
Once he was known for his fierce feuds, his violent vendettas, his terrible tiffs.
That's more like it.
Yeah. Now he's known as nothing more than a fangless joke. What is not so funny, though, is his long in the Fang's insistence that he is the father of the chosen one. So, dear readers, the Vampire Times says it's time for us all to shun this bat with no bite, who has brought nothing but disgrace upon the Cape.
The constant sniping about the Count in the press is no laughing matter. In these difficult times, having the Chosen One in their midst meant a great opportunity for the Dracula family. But it wasn't without danger. The path to glory is always paved with feuds and clashes with unscrupulous opponents. Friends became enemies, deeply unhappy at the turn of events that had led to Vladimir Dracula being named the Chosen One. So it was crucial that Vlad should pay attention to what his mentor, Bertrand de Fortunesa, taught him about the art of feud. When to strike or when to hold back, when to opt for vampiric force and aggression, and when a war of words might work better. In fact, these are lessons his father, the Count, could have benefited from learning too.
Don't imagine for 1 second I'm taking this libelous claptrap lying down. I'm the Prince of Darkness, scourge of generations, evil incarnate.
So what are you going to do?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to write a very strongly worded letter to the editor. To the editor. Vampire Times, dear sir.
Contrary to the vile, libelous filth printed in the prepackaged fish and chip paper you call a publication, I am neither a joke, a has-been, nor soft on slayers. In fact, I pride myself on my foul and unpleasant attitude towards these interfering blood pulses with their garlic necklaces and pointy sticks.
Little pig, please let me in.
In my crusade against slayers, I've terrorized them in their pathetic tin pot hovels.
No, no, said the little pig. Not by the hair, or my chinny chin chin.
And I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in.
I've hidden myself in their garlic-stenching innards.
I'm protected inside your body, Slayer! This is fantastic! I haven't felt the sun in almost 600 years.
I've even taken their empty-headed family members hostage.
Oh. Sorry.
Naughty, naughty.
So you see, I am dark and thoroughly dastardly in my dealings with the Slayers. Downright cheek, therefore, to publicly accuse me of going soft.
There'll be no more talk of peace between vampires and slayers.
The war must end.
Slayers will always be our enemy. We shall bite them on the beaches. We shall bite them in the fields and in the streets. We shall bite them in the hills. We shall never surrender.
As if a black-hearted meanie like Count Dracula would ever let a Slayer escape.
Well, there was that one time when...
Let the boy go. It's me you want. I won't put up a fight.
Dad, no!
Don't do it, Dad. It's not worth it.
Oh, it's worth it, all right. Huh? But it's too easy if you won't put up a fight. Where's the fun in that?
We'll meet again. I promise you that.
Can't wait.
I can't believe you just let a Slayer go.
It was just that once. And after all, it's no fun when they give themselves up. It's no sport, no thrill of the chase.
And then there was a time you let one move in.
Is it true? Are you a Slayer?
Well, how was I supposed to know? The girl that Vlad had brought home wasn't just an annoying half-fang, but a Slayer too.
Get out. I don't ever want to see you again!
But my point is, I demand an immediate apology. A P.S. To get my age right, you complete bunch of morons.
Of course, there was one member of the Dracula clan who didn't need teaching about feuding from anyone. The Count's insignificant daughter, Ingrid. She liked nothing better than to spend her every waking moment quarrelling.
Right, Mistress Ingrid, I'm trying to read the map.
Don't tell me to be quiet, insect biter.
There were regular rows with Renfield.
That is it.
Don't you touch me, you fungus.
The brat.
Creep.
The witch.
Pussface. Turn right.
Conjurer.
Cretin.
Freak. Foul breath.
Spider licker.
Scared picker.
Snot eater.
Renfield!
Then there were the frequent fights with her father.
I hate you more than garlic. I hope you get tooth decay.
Not to mention big bother with her little brother.
Bagsy the Towering.
I don't think so. I'm the elder, so I'm having that one.
But I called it.
When?
In the hearse.
Right. Well, I called it before you were born. So, kiss my cake.
She's such an expert on the subject, she's offering advice now in a video vlog.
Sisters, our fight for equality and recognition in the vampire world is just that. A fight. And not a fair one. Especially when there's a male heir around.
This is very simple. Vladimir will have the room.
Brilliant. Oh, Ingrid, I do believe you're about to chew on that.
This is because he's your favourite, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Be sure the odds are against us, but that's nothing new. Victory can be ours, and the only way to win the battle of the sexes is by a lot of little successes, however tiny.
You can't seriously think that I'm going to school.
You don't have to go, but I want to. Just don't tell Dad, okay?
Sure. Don't worry.
Dad! It's tricky, the brother-sister thing. With my brother and I, it works like this. It's a love-hate thing. Deep down, he really loves me, and I love hating him.
So it's true. You actually have gone bad. Chucked out of home economics. What's next? Not handing in your history assignment. Have you ever actually bitten anyone?
Don't push me.
You're still the same old puny little Vlad who can't stand the sight of blood.
After years of losing out to my beloved brother in every way, I finally decided enough was enough. The time for talking was over. It was time to take action.
Ingrid's sharpening a steak, and I think it's got your name on it.
Oh, that is priceless.
She's jealous of your power. She wants to take you out before you become untouchable.
Well, I'd like to see her try.
You want me to deal with her?
Deal with her? No. Bring her on.
A betrayal from within. Terrible. If Vlad couldn't trust those around him, who could he trust? His secret notebook?
What to do about Ingrid? Can I ever really trust her? It's not like it's ever been easy between us. Not that I don't blame her for being jealous.
I have a little good luck present. Now, these are a pair of ancient brooches with the legendary Dracula coat of arms.
Oh, wicked.
So, Vladdy, my boy, this one's for you. And Ingrid, it's such a shame you weren't a boy.
Don't you care about my feelings at all?
Oh, Ingrid, silly. Of course I don't. Now, pack your bags. We're leaving at sunset.
You love that TV more than your children.
Of course I don't. Just love TV more than my daughter.
But even if it's understandable that she feels hard done by, it doesn't make what she's been doing okay.
Vlad, let me go.
Okay, I overreacted, leaving her to fry in the daylight. I'm not exactly proud of what happened. But when a deranged sibling attacks you with a stake, you can't take chances. But then things got really worrying, and no one saw it coming. Ingrid started being nice. You don't do hugs.
I've changed, apparently. When you left me to burn in the sunlight, I hit rock bottom. In therapy, I realized that I have to be satisfied with who I am and not envy other people. I think you're going to make a great leader. How naive can you get? What my baby brother didn't have the maturity to realize was that I was even more evil, twice as two-faced, and with my own army of trained netball ninjas in tow.
We are going to start with the assassination of Vladimir Dracula.
Why?
Because he's the key culprit. Soon he'll be so powerful we'll never be able to oust him. All those years of being overlooked, of being treated like a second-class citizen, of getting a raw deal, we're finally going to be avenged by my teenage fan club. And what happened? Vlad! Just as one of my vampets was about to strike, she walked into the sunlight. I hope one day I can do the same for you. That's what you get from working with amateurs.
Thanks.
Although, maybe the way things turned out isn't such a disaster. I don't want you to think I've gone soft. But a girl has to think ahead. And being the sister of the chosen one has its benefits that I fully intend to exploit. So I'm working alongside him. For the time being, anyway.
Oh, where to start with making sense of what's needed to get this lot to put their differences aside and concentrate on the tasks ahead? Vampires and feuding go together like sharp fangs and unsuspecting necks, and the Draculas are naturals at it. Ingrid needs to choose her battles more wisely so as to help the family survive, not destroy it from within. Vlad is starting to focus, but his tolerance of breathers doesn't help because that's the kind of thing that attracts even more enemies, slayers and vampires alike. We must acknowledge that there are plenty of those who would like to bring this family down, whether it's other clan leaders or elements of the vampire press, who will stop at nothing to discredit the Dracula family.
Ah! Right. An apology. That time. Since the publication of our article about a certain Count Dracula, it has come to our notice that the Vampire Times was not entirely accurate in its reporting. Say that again. We would like to set the record straight and clarify that Count Dracula is indeed 606 years old, not 608, as we previously stated in error. We apologise for any distress this may have caused. May have caused. As to our claims that he is a disgrace, a has-been and a joke, they all stand. They all stand, and we would like to add some new ones. He has the handwriting of a 2-year-old, and his spelling is atrocious. The Count must never know of this.
No, he mustn't. Must he?